topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Hi, I am Shelby Wagner, and I welcome you to my show, Learning to Dance and the Rain, where we talk about trying to be resilient in times of trouble. And I have written 2 books. One is called Scams, and it is a resource guide, and I will be referring to it some of the time during today's presentation. And the other one is Learning to Dance in the Rain. And this offers strategies to help you cope with life struggles. These are usually on Amazon, but I took them down to make some corrections. And if you need it or would like to order it before I get it back up, all you have to do is send me an email, shelbywagnerauthor@gmail.com, and I will be glad to talk to you and send you a copy of the book. I'm working on a 3rd one, and I'm not going to tell you what the title of it is, but I hope it will be as good or better than the ones I've already written. Today's show is about pig butchering and other destructive scams. And we're going to explore the growing threat of pig butchering and other destructive scams and how to protect yourself and your loved ones. You are going to learn how these scams work, the warning signs to watch for, and the practical steps you can take to safeguard your finances and protect your loved ones. By understanding these criminals, how they operate, you'll be better equipped to avoid falling victim to their deceitful tactics. Now, you think maybe you don't need to know what I'm going to tell you today. Oh, you might be very confident, say, oh, I never will get scammed, or I know all I need to know about scams. Well, number one, I'm sure that I have some information in my talk today that you haven't heard. And number 2, maybe you be lucky and not fall prey to a scam or a scammer, but somebody you know is probably involved in one right now or will be soon. Scammers are very trained to do what they do, and that is to steal your money. And it's amazing what happens when a person gets involved with one of these people, and the change over their personalities and how they think, and the things go so fast. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so I want to talk to you about this today. Shamrock, this is the world's first and largest cross-industry information sharing operation against transnational organized crime. Did you know that this crime we're talking about and a lot more are all caused by organized crime that is in Southeast Asia, headquartered, and it's global. It's a pandemic, and this is what we're going to talk about. They've become how they work and how they're prevalent, and they target sophisticated people just like you and me and your friends and your family. And this Shamrock organization I belong to is a group of leaders in in the banking and financial institutions. It's leaders in law enforcement and industry. And they come together to share ideas of how to get this terrible crime deleted from the surface of the earth. I know that sounds like impossible, and I think it probably may be impossible because it has gotten way out of hand and we need to do something about it. And so this group of people, it started out with only 3 or 4, and now it's a couple thousand members all working together to solve these problems. And the one that we can solve is to help victims and give them support. So we'll talk about that during the course of the presentation. Next slide then is this, I believe, the scam. And what is a scam? Do you know what a scam is? Some of you may not know. I'm going to read to you exactly the definition I got out of the dictionary, and I put it in the very first part of my book. What is a scam? A scam is the term that describes any fraudulent business or scheme that takes money or other goods away from an unsuspecting person. And that is a crime. You're taking advantage of someone who thinks you are helping them when indeed your goal is to steal their money. And that is their goal, all of them. All right, let's go to a couple, the next slide, and we're going to talk about, have you ever received an email, something like this? Thank you for subscribing, 360 Deluxe through us. This is from Norton, it says. This is an invoice for your recent purchase. Your card linked with your Norton account has been automatically debited for $619, and your annual subscription has been auto-renewed successfully. Call your customer support team right now if you did not authorize this. The problem with this is that telephone number does not go to Norton. If you answer or call that number, you're giving them access to your computer, and they can get your personal information, your passwords, your account numbers. They can lock up your computer, and they can do all kinds of things. This kind of scam plays on fear and urgency and anger. They want to get you angry. They want to get you angry to push your buttons so that you forget to think and you start acting. But there's no real invoice. It's a trap to get your information. Always be cautious. Check directly with the service provider. Call Norton from a different telephone number, not the one they gave you here. I've gotten this from Norton. I've got it from Amazon. I've got it from AVG, my security antivirus protection. I believe I've gotten it from, oh my gosh, just about a lot of different places. And luckily for me, the first time I got I looked at the account number for my bank that was on that. Yeah, they had my account number, except it wasn't my account number, or it was an old account that had been closed. So I breathed a sigh of relief and discovered that, hey, this has to be a scam. Another type, well, I guess one that I did fall for. Well, let's go to the next slide, because this one is one that I did fall for. Oh, I got this warning sign that said my computer was hacked, and I was not to do anything other than click on this emergency number or email address that was underneath there. And I did, just on thinking. Actually, the one that I fell for, it was from a company that I had done business with 5 or 6 years ago. Um, and so I recognized that. And do you know what they said they wanted to do? They were, had gotten a new program, whatever, and they had to take the old one out of my computer, which was still there according to them. They needed to delete that one and install the new one because they wanted to give me $299 back. Woo! Did that ever sound good? I needed $300. I can always use an extra $300. How about you? Uh, Seems like my budget's always $200 more than what I have left to pay in it. But anyway, so this pop-up came up, and I said, okay. As they started to explain what I needed to do and where they wanted to deposit that $299, they wanted my bank account so they could put that money directly in my bank account. Well, that was the red flag. And I immediately tried to shut my computer down. I got so frustrated so quickly because, they wanted me to act fast, right? And I was afraid that my information was just being taken right out of that computer. So um, I did the best that I could do under the circumstances, and I pulled the plug on my computer. Well, do you know what that did? It locked up my computer totally. And then they started calling me, telling me the only way I could get back all the information on my computer was to get back, turn my computer on and let them take care of it. Well, I wasn't about to do that. Thank goodness I was smart enough, but it's too bad I got that far. So I'm giving you this warning here so you can stop the whole thing. Do not let a company come into your computer unless you called them from a number that you know is true. Oh my, it's getting so hard to live these days, isn't it? Well, these are two or three scams that can happen to you. Another one that might happen is when you get a phone call or text message says, "Hello," or I got one saying, "I met you at so and so place last week and you gave me your number. How are you doing?" I didn't meet this person. I hadn't even been where they ever told me that they would. So I knew it was a scam right away. Now you're curious, you're gonna click on that. One of my guests a few weeks ago, that's what he did. He was on a dating site, so he thought maybe he would respond, and he did, and then he got scammed badly into a pig butchering scam just from that phone call from this woman who said, "Hi, how are you?" Or maybe he was delivering a package. "I need your address so I can deliver a package." Whatever. If it's a strange um, from something that you don't recognize and don't know, don't click on it. Forget your curiosity. Save yourself some money and move on. Scammers prey on fear and getting you angry and causing you to act quickly and throw logic out the door. Let's go to the next slide. Does anybody know what these are? Well, they look like ATM machines, right? And that's exactly what they are. But the one on the right says Bitcoin. So they are all cryptocurrency ATMs. Now, they are they operate just like a bank ATM, actually. And you can buy Bitcoins right there in your local gas station. Some of them, grocery stores, whatever. But that's okay. But how are they used in a scam? Well, I can tell you when I was scammed, um, I went and took my money, cash out of my bank account, and I went to the gas station about a half a mile away. And I needed a $20 bill, so I had quite a few of those $20 bills, and I stood there like a stupid fool, putting my money into that one that's like on the right. And the scammer told me, be sure you get the copy of the receipt. And when I got done, there was a number on there that I needed to text to him. But this is, yes, I felt foolish and I felt like I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. But I was under almost a hypnotic spell. I really was. This next slide shows a car accident. And I'm not sure exactly why this is in the presentation, but I can think of a few reasons maybe. Somebody might deliberately bang into you to make this accident so they can get your information, your insurance card, your driver's license, your phone number. Maybe they are going to sue you if they can claim that you ran into them. I'm not sure how that works. I never fell for one of those yet. I pray to God that I do not have that happen to me, and I hope it doesn't happen to you either. But the next slide shows a woman and a girl. Both are talking on the phone, and the computer laptops are in front of them. And oh my, look how excited they are. And that's because the person on the other side is trying to win their trust. Because that is the first step in, they pretend to be friendly, they might pretend they're interested in you romantically. And the picture shows women and girls, but it shows all ages. The youngest person recently who is a victim to a scam on the phone is only 8 years old. And it's not just women, it's men also. So I want to bring that up because of these pig butchering scams. Men are just as vulnerable as women. So we'll go into that in a minute. But have you noticed lately, it seems there's a lot of teenagers and young college students who are committing suicide. And a lot of them, when it's been searched, is the cell phones get searched by parents or whoever after the child has died. And they find that they had been they were a scammed victim. And you know, it's so easy, and perhaps you've seen on Facebook or some of the other social media where girls are dancing naked or guys may show themselves off. When I was on the internet or dating site, um, there were men who wanted to see my cleavage. Did I have a cleavage? Would I take a picture of my boobs? No, I said. No, I had no idea, and you have no idea where those pictures will go later on. Sure, maybe you think you're in love with this person on the other side of that computer screen, but you don't know that person. They could be telling you all sorts of lies. If you've never met them in person, you don't know them. And we don't really know a lot of the people that we um, call friends. I mean, we don't know everything about them either. So it's not just that. But here we have sextortion. We have women who have lost all the money that they have and have committed suicide. Or we've had people show up missing or dead, men and women, and go back and find, they were being scammed. So please adhere to my advice. Listen to what I'm saying. share it with friends so that this won't happen to them. So how does a scam, this pig butchering, get started? Well, of course, the first is a call or a text message, and you start talking with them, and they are friendly. Their goal is to earn your trust and become a friend with you so that you will do whatever they say you to do. The next step is some incident happens. Their mother has to have a huge operation and costs a lot of money and they need $50,000. Um, please send it right away. They have heightened emotions. They want to get you emotionally involved in this. Maybe they want to get you angry. Maybe they want to get your sympathy, whatever. But they play on your emotions because they need you to act quickly without time for reflection, without time from talking to your trusted friends or allies. They want to isolate you, and these are hallmarks of scams. So if you recognize any of those, you know this is a scam, and I'm going to tell you a little bit later what to do. I want to also no government agency, IRS, um, that's the one that comes to bank. Social Security, none of those will ever call you and ask for money. A friend of mine, they said their Social Security number had been used down in Texas and they were in Michigan. And, you know, yeah, he had been in Texas. He was up there visiting me. And so he spent hours on one day and the next day trying to get this straightened out. And you know what? He found out it was being a scam. Nobody had stolen his social security number. So remember, this is another scam. And so what is a pig butchering scam? A pig butchering scam, well, this is one of the most devastating scams because um, they're not done until they have taken everything you've had. Here's a text message. Hello, Johnny. How are you lately? I'm taking my son on vacation to Half Moon Bay next week. You want to join us? Okay, just send me some money. Yeah. Here's another one. Maybe you don't even know this person who dialed that number up there at the top. So don't fall for it. Report it as junk. Here's another one. Hi, I noticed that your house is up for auction, is scheduled for auction. Can we help you? Have you gotten a sale yet? And another one. Hey, Amy, please help me cancel tomorrow's yoga class. Thank you. It's not my class. I'm not Amy. Oh, sorry, my assistant saved the wrong number. I hope I didn't disturb you. But you know what? They now know because you answered them. They now know that's a live working number. And they're going to call you again sometime, or you can count on it. Okay, so that's what did the name pig butchering come from? Well, I believe it was the Chinese or um, Japanese. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but probably in Southeast Asia language. And that's what they call this, pig butchering. Why do they call it? Well, think about it. They fatten up the victim, get them to invest more money because they know that you have a dream. You want a new house. You have um, you have college debt. You have, like me, I had a lot of debt because I had overspent on marketing my book, Learning to Dance in the Rain. So how I got involved with the pig butchering scam was on LinkedIn, which is a professional site. He texted me, and we kind of came friendly, and then he says, I guess I told him too much, and that's a problem, talking too much, because they keep talking with you, trying to find out where's your weak spot. What is it that you want? What is the problem that they want. But here's what they do. So they establish the trust. They fatten up the victim by encouraging them, by good compliments, by just being there and letting them talk. And then they present it that, oh, hey, we have a good investment. And they keep right on going until they have drained every cent out of your pocket. And as in my case, on my credit card, because I was dumb enough to give them my credit card's information. By the time the victim realizes it's a scam, their money is long gone and the scammer has disappeared. Now, you invest because you hope to earn some money on it. And these were, it's highly emotionally and financially devastating. So you have to be cautious. I thought I was very cautious, but you know what? He wanted to go to, he wanted me to go to a different app than LinkedIn. So WhatsApp is where we went, right? And then he had me buy the Bitcoins, which is okay. I bought the Bitcoin, but then he wanted me to put them in a wallet in an investment company. And that then he showed me all this dashboard and all this thing where my money had doubled in less than a month. And I thought, okay, I'm going to take out the money I put into it. I have borrowed some money. Never, ever, ever borrow money to invest. I'd heard that all my life. And I did it because I hoped that it was a way to pay down my debts. Well, guess what? They keep right on going and going and going until all your money is gone. So, what are some of the WhatsApp is one of the places where we talk, but here's the banks and the investment company, and so they want gift cards. Well, your Walmart, your Meijer, your Walgreens. I was in every one of them, and I bought gift cards, and I had to get if it's over a certain amount, $50 or that. Well, what are you going to do? Who's going to get what are you going to do with this money? So, yep, I had to lie sometimes. I never lied, hardly ever lied in my whole life. And here I was. Oh, it's for my son and my daughter's birthday. Boy, they're lucky. They're going to get $200. If someone asks you to buy a gift card and send them the code, it's almost certainly a scam. The second way was the cryptocurrency, which I've already talked about, the Bitcoins and the investment company. It's not so much about, I forgot where my head was going. But anyway, so if you're being pushed to send Bitcoins or any other cryptocurrency, be cautious. And most likely it's a scam. Beware of sending any money to individuals that you don't know, that you have not met in the real world. The computer is a virtual world, right? Virtual, it's everywhere, anywhere, whatever, except a lot of it is not real. It may be virtual, but it's not real, especially international accounts. Do you know they even take prepaid debit cards? Wow, I didn't even know they had such thing. Similar to gift cards, scammers may ask for the details of prepaid debit cards or credit cards. Request for this is a quick way to resolve a fake emergency, and it is very suspicious, especially if you haven't met that person, you don't know that person. Mobile payment apps like PayPal and Cash App and Venmo, oh my gosh, the funds are gone instantly and very, very hard to recover. A direct bank account information, that's another one. They wanted my bank account number so they could deposit a check, my withdrawal that I was trying to make. And you know what they did? I gave them a check account that I had that didn't have maybe $5 in it. It was an emergency thing, which didn't have a lot of money in it. So I thought, well, I won't lose much if they're really a scam. And you know what? I got a call, Shelby. This company has just tried to deposit three $15,000 checks in your account. The problem is they were all fake. So there we were. So I'm getting something here that I don't know where it comes from, but anyway, so yeah, always verify requests for money through an alternative method. Call, talk to somebody that you trust, and never send money to someone you've only interacted with online. So banks are target for scammers. You might get requests from banks. Uh, this one man, he got a notice from his bank, an email that said there was a problem and they were transferring his money to this other account and he needed to sign this paper right away. He did, and every bit of his money went out to somebody else. He lost it all. The scammers are trained to trick you into believing that they are receiving the legitimate communication. These are called phishing emails and fake text messages pretending to be from your bank or your credit card company, whatever. Another are bank transfers. Scammers often trick people into transferring money. That's what I just got through talking about, wasn't it? To fraudulent accounts, disguising them as legitimate transactions like an invoice, like the Norton one there, and so on. Um, Romance and business email compromise scams that manipulate victims into sending money directly to other scammers' bank accounts. Another one is fake loan offers. Sometimes you get these, and legitimate banks don't ask for upfront payments or loan approvals. I'm getting all kinds of emails from wanting to give me a business loan or give me help me with my home mortgage uh, account and so on. And I just delete them because they're just phishing. They want your information. It's very easy for them to get steal your identity once they have some of your private information, and they can take out loans in your name for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then where are you? It's a red flag. If someone on the internet asks you to send money before receiving a refund, it is a scam. So the next one, a fake investment, yeah, account. I've talked about that already, I think. They're slick professional websites. I went right on cryptocurrency investment. I believe it was ftx.com. Everything on that website looked real. It looked beautiful. It was a beautiful financial website. And that they had a dashboard so I could see my money and how much it was making. And oh boy. And I went, I don't think I went on the Better Business Bureau website. I should have. But I uh, trusted the guy that told me about this, and you can't do that. It'll have the padlocks on it. It will have logos. It will have fake credentials that look trustworthy. So before you do anything with these companies, with these things, you call that company, that bank, that financial place with a telephone number that you know is the right one. This is contact right up there on this website. Don't use that one. They're going to go right to their bank account and not yours. And by the way, this is not always just one person, because they might uh, say, yeah, call the credit department or call that department or whatever, give you another person to go to. And when you do that, guess what? They're in cahoots with each other. That means they're in partnership with each other. This is a red flag. Do not do business with a company until you have done your due diligence. Here's some of the things that happen once you get ready to withdraw your money. So that was the next one. They've showed me that I had made some money, so it was a fake profits trap. But here's the withdrawal roadblock. Okay, you can withdraw your money, but you have taxes due. Could be 20 to 30%. What is it here? Pay 24% of the capital tithe. Oh, and guess where you're going to send it? Right to their site, right into their bank account. Um, scammers will claim this that you have a large tax bill, or they may have other they have endless things going on. If you comply on one, like giving the taxes, okay, do you know they're going to put another one in its place? In my case, they wanted, let's see, what was it? They wanted the money to go to a third party before it came to me. I said, no, forget that. They wanted me to refer 3 people to each start an account with $1,000 in it, and then I could have my money. This is before they tried to deposit the 3 fake checks. No, I wouldn't go for that. And um, they even that company just kept putting roadblocks in front of me, and till I got to the point where the bank says, "Hey, these are fake checks. I think you're being scammed." And he says, "Stop talking to them, because if you don't, you're going to lose more money." Well, I stopped talking to them, but somebody came along and said, "Hey, we can help you get your money back." Oh boy, did I want my money back. Yes, I did. And so I lost more money. But you know what? I've been talking about the victims side of it that lose the money. But there's another side to this transnational crime. Scammers in Southeast Asia are stealing billions of dollars a year from us, from Americans, from the people in the United Kingdom, from Australia, from Germany, everywhere. This is a organized crime thing that's going on in Southeast Asia. And these next slides, one of the things that's really popular right now, you have the investment there. Looks like this account, they lost $4 trillion. Let's see, $4 billion. When I wrote my book, Learning to Dance in the Rain, in 2018, the loss that was reported was $145 million. And I wrote my book telling them about my experiences, and so that other people would not, they would become aware that this was out there and quit giving them. Well, this is my second book, but yeah, the Learning to Dance in the Rain was written to help people know that this was a thing out there. So that was 145 million. That's a long distance from 4,570,000, right? And that's only investment scam. I'm not sure where BEC is, but look at the tech support scams. I was talking about that earlier. Get into your computer and fix something that isn't wrong. 924,512. Personal data breaches, 745. Romance scams, 652 million. So, oh my. Okay, so let's see. I just got out of college and I'm looking for a job. I'm an engineer. Or maybe I'm an accountant, whatever. And I see these jobs advertised for out in Southeast Asia for starting salary $700,000 a year. Well, maybe if I'm a young man and that sounds like a lot of money. So I said, okay, I accepted, and I get on an airplane and I fly to Southeast Asia. And I get off the airplane and I'm looking around, and it says they're collecting people with this title on it that looked like what was on my ticket. And so when we all get into this group, they start taking away our passports and our money and put us on this bus and take us out. There's one right there, hiring. We're hiring computer operators, basic salary. $700 to $900. 100 for full attendance allowance. Well, that must be maybe, I don't know, but to me, I think part of the thing is gone. But anyway, it was a million, $100,000. So here I am in Southeast Asia, and a city that was created just before COVID. HAO, Houtai International Group, a partner of Asia's top financial and crypto group, currently one of the few overseas financial operating companies. From 2015 to 2022, it won unanimous praise in the industry and a number of technical patents and blah, so on, blah, blah, blah. 2018, the company invested heavily to build a technology industrial park, further study industry technologies, and recruit talent to the global market. Well, guess what? That is not what happened. Over on the right, you see the apartments that were built to house these people that thought they were getting a high-paying job to work. Over in the left-hand side, seeing call centers where they were forced to work in, and these are the people that are pretending to be your friend, pretending to be interested in a long-term relationship. These people have to produce. They are beaten if they do not, if they just don't want to do what their employers have said were to do. But this is where they work. And their job is to win your trust and to do whatever it takes to steal every single cent you have. Next slide. These places are heavily guarded. They have barbed wire fence around them. Can you see that? To keep these people in, and they have been like the Nazis did to the Jews way back in World War II. House them. Actually, this is a form of slavery today. And on the right, you see all the cell phones that were confiscated at that particular time. Or actually, I think these are cell phones of the call person who is talking to maybe for how many people would they be talking to at once? 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Talking to us and telling us what beautiful we are, how wonderful are, how they really like talking to us. Oh my, love bombing it's called. But if they don't do it, guess what? They get beaten, and they have to watch their friends get beaten, if they have any friends, but the other people that also got hired for this fantastic job. So the next slide. Here, if you look at this one, these tall buildings on this side of the river, kind of like a peninsula, looks like. This is the new city, and the old city is back here. That's the real town. But this one is the part that's called How To. I watched a video in which a man was trying to enter the area so he could find out more about these people and what was going on. And he was turned away. They would not let him in there. Now, this Thai, let's see, a red and white telecommunications tower pictured in March sits on the Thailand side of the Moy River, opposite Myanmar's KK Park casino complex. Oh my. So the people can come in and play casino. Uh, and I don't know how that works. Oh my, that's awful. All right, let's go on. Here it shows us how it used to look with, it was just like all farmland, and now those red buildings, the casino, and so are in there. And this over here, I believe, is the real town. Let's see the next one. Here's another one from the top of what it looks like now. It says that this is a criminal operations, transnational criminal organization. It has accumulated $4.7 trillion. This is the largest wealth created in the shortest amount of time in the history of the world. These groups recruit from multiple countries using online job posting and social media ads to lure people from around the world to come to far Southeast Asia, and this makes it easier to control them. They are forced labor, human trafficking, and modern day slavery. These organizations funnel massive amounts of illicit money through fraudulent investment scams, fake online stores, and job scams. Another thing that goes on is the money laundering and corruption. And, I was offered, this man wanted me, he was going to send me a treasure. And I figured it might be that money laundering, and I said no. Operation Shamrock. This is .org, I believe it is. Don't know if the website is up yet, but this is the ones organization who are working to help victims. So if you are a victim of this, or you know someone that is a victim, your first thing is you go to the local police, and don't let them just pat you on the back and send you on. You tell them, you know what this is, and this is a crime, and they need to help you. And then you report it to ic3.gov, which is the FBI one. Cybercrime is everybody's business. Yeah, here we go. These are the 5 different subcommittees within Operation Shamrock. I am in the last one, victim services. And if you're a victim and want to talk to somebody, my email address is shelbywagnerauthor@gmail.com. Was on this, well, I can't, on the bottom of your screen, maybe, shelbywagnerauthor.com, at gmail.com. And I will see what I can do to help you, even if we just talk to each other. I don't have to put it up here, but here's all 50 states, Canada, Taiwan, South Africa, all of these countries and states have this problem. The 2 types of victims: people that are being kidnapped and forced to do the calling and convince you, the other victims, to give them their money. Don't do it. The only way that I see that we can protect ourselves from this terrible problem is to stop sending money to people we don't know. And, the only way people know not to send money is for you to tell them, for me to tell you. And that's why I'm sharing this information with you today. We have a responsibility to our friends and our loved ones to, number one, be responsible not to become a victim, and not to allow our parents, if they're older than us, do not answer the phone if you don't know that number, if you haven't recognized that number. Stop talking to someone who is love bombing you and giving you the signals, asking you for money. Do not send money. That ends that call immediately. So, with all of that, I guess my time is just about up. And let's see here if I can get down to, here we go. Yep, I want to say goodbye to you. And I hope that you take this information and share it, and especially protect yourself and your own family as well. And I will see you next Tuesday at 12 noon for another very interesting episode of Learning to Dance in the Rain. Bye now.